Good morning. This is your math sensei, Mr. Spensei, and this is assignment unit two. Unit four, and this 4.02 on doing solving systems of equations using matrices. So this first one, we're going to set up our matrix and we go, well, the first part, there's a one there. So this is going to be a 3, 1, 5. That's what's going to go in the matrix. Here, I have an X, so this is a 1 because it'll have a 1 there, but I don't have any Y's. If I don't have a number, that means it gets a 0, and then I have a 1. So this is my matrix, 3, 1, and I won't always put the brackets. That's what I need to put in. So to do that, I'm going to go blue matrix, arrow over to edit, and I have 1, 2, 2, enter 3 because it's 2 by 3, and I just can type over what I already have there, and I'll press 3, enter, then 1 enter, then 5 enter, and then 1 enter, 0 enter, and 1 enter. Once I have it entered, I need to leave the matrix. So blue matrix, math, scroll way down to RREF, which is letter B, press enter. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back into the matrix. I have everything entered. Once I have it entered, I have to leave the matrix. And I do that by pressing blue, then mode. I've left now. I should have a blank screen. Then I press blue matrix, arrow to math, scroll way down to letter B, RREF. And I know it seems weird, but I'm going to do blue matrix again and press enter twice. And when I do that, the last two numbers are my answer. So in this case, X is 1 and Y is 2. And so that's what I will write down here. 1, comma, 2. This is where the two lines would actually cross is 1, comma, 2. When I go to 3, I notice, oh, this problem has, these are like having ones. So I have, for the bottom one, it's 1. Be careful, don't lose that negative sign. A negative 1 and a 7. The B is a 1. So it has to be in the B column, but I don't have any A's, so I need to put in a 0 for an A. So once again, I'm going to go to my matrix. To do that, I'm going to press the blue button, then matrix, arrow over to the word edit. And I have 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3 columns, so 2 enter, 3 enter. And I'm going to press 0 enter, 1 enter, 4 enter. Then I have 1 enter. Never use the minus sign. Use this little negative sign for use this, not the minus when you're using a matrix. So this will be negative 1, enter, and 7, enter. Once you have it entered, you're going to go blue mode and leave. Come back in by pressing blue matrix, arrow to math, drop down to RREF, which is letter B, press enter, and press blue matrix, and hit enter twice. In this case, I get 11 and 14. A came first. So the answer number 2 would be 11, comma, not 14, but 11 and 4. That's what I had on the calculator, where the first number is A and the second number is B. Going on to letter C. Letter C says we have P and Q, and I don't have a whole lot of room, so I'll try to do this above. We have 2, negative 1, and 2. I have a 1 for the P. I don't have any Q's, so I put a 0, and then I have a negative 1. So blue matrix, arrow over to the word edit. And we have a 2 enter, 3 enter, and 2 enter, negative 1 enter. Please don't forget, when it's negative, don't use the minus sign. Use this button, negative 1 and 2. 1 enter, 0 enter, negative 1. Then we'll press blue mode, blue matrix, math, RREF, blue matrix, and enter twice. And we get negative 1 and negative 4. So negative 1, negative 4, this is P, and this is Q. For number 4, everything's there, so that makes it easier. So we have 2, 3, -5, 5, 3, and 1. So this is our matrix. Once again, press the blue button, press matrix, arrow to math, arrow to edit, because you're entering the matrix, and we have to enter the data. So 2, enter, 3, enter, -5, enter, 5, enter, 3, enter, 1, enter. Once you have it entered, press blue mode, then go blue matrix math. Scroll way down to letter B, RREF, press enter, and press blue matrix again, and press enter twice. And we get 2, -3. So 2, -3, this is A, and this is B. On number 5, again, we have all the numbers. So it's going to be 3, 2, -7, 5, -2, -1. So blue, then matrix to enter, arrow to edit. Now that we've entered the matrix, we're going to enter the values. So 3, enter, 2, enter, -7, 5, enter, -2, enter, -1, enter. Once I have the data in, I have to leave the matrix, and I do that by pressing blue mode. Then I have to go back into the matrix. So blue matrix, math, scroll all the way down to letter B, RREF, press enter, and then blue matrix twice. And we get -1, -2. So number 5 is -1, -2. And this is just X and Y. Number 6, I don't have room to write it out, so I'm just going to go into the matrix and enter it directly. So here we go. So blue matrix, arrow over to edit, and I have 2, enter, 3, enter, because 1, 2 rows and 1, 2, 3 columns. So 2, enter, 3, enter. And this is like having a 1 for the X, so 1X, then a 3, then a 14. A 1 for the X, a -2, and a -1. Once I have that entered, I press blue mode to leave the matrix. Then I have to go back into the matrix. So blue matrix, arrow over to math, scroll way down to RREF, press blue matrix twice, and we get 5, 3. So X is 5 and Y is 3. For this one, we have a 2, a 3, and a 6, a 2, a -5, and a 22. So that's what I'm going to put into the matrix. So blue, then matrix, arrow over to edit, press enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, 6, enter, 2, enter, -5, enter, 22, enter. Once we have it, we press blue mode. Then we're going to go back into the matrix by doing blue matrix, arrow to math, drop down to RREF, and press blue matrix twice, and we get 6, -2. 6, -2, and this time we were working with TV, working with our TV. Number 7, or number 8, we have 2, 3, 8, 3, don't forget that's a 1, 5, there's our matrix, and blue matrix, arrow to edit, press enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, and 2, enter, 3, enter, 8, enter, 3, enter, 1, enter, 5, enter. And we have to leave our matrix. So blue mode, then blue matrix to go back in, press math, drop down to RREF, which is letter B, and press blue matrix, and enter twice when we get 1 and 2. So for 8, X is 1, Y is 2. 9, we don't have the room, so we'll go ahead and just type it in directly. So blue matrix, arrow over to math, enter. And this is a 2 enter, 1 enter, oops, 2 by 3, 2 enter. This is like having a 1, 2 enter, 1 enter, 3 enter. Then we have a 7 enter, a -4 enter, and an 18 enter. So now we have that. We're going to leave the matrix. So blue mode, then blue matrix, arrow to math, letter B, and blue matrix twice. And we get 2 and -1. So number 9, we are working with X and Y's. So we have 2 and -1. To speed things up, I'm not going to write the matrix down each time now because we should know what's going in. So here we go. I'm going to press clear, get a clear button, and then go blue matrix, edit, 2 enter, 3 enter, and we have 5 enter, 1 enter, 15. And then we have 3 enter, 2 enter, 9 enter. So at this point, blue mode to leave, blue matrix to go back in, math, scroll down to letter B, and blue matrix, and then enter twice, and we get 3, 0. So for 10, it's 3 and 0, where this is my X and this is my Y, and that's where the two lines would cross, because all of these are linear equations. So here we have, for number 11, blue matrix, go to edit, 2 enter, 3 enter, 7 enter, -5. Then we have a -2. Then we have a -8 and a negative. Be careful, this is like having a -1, and this is using a 9. Also, never use the minus sign for the matrix. Always use the negative sign. Okay? Once I have that entered, I'm going to go blue mode to leave the matrix. I'm going to come back into the matrix by pressing blue matrix, arrow to math, drop down to letter B, RREF, blue matrix, enter, and then enter again. And I have -1, -1. This is my X, this is my Y. Number 9, blue matrix, edit, 2 enter, 3 enter. Oh, not number 9, number 12. So we have a 4 enter, a -2 enter, a 20 enter, a 1 enter, a 5 enter, and a -17 enter. Once I have it entered, I'm going to leave the matrix by pressing blue mode. So blue mode, I left the matrix. Then I have to go back into the matrix and I press blue matrix, go to math, scroll down to RREF, press enter, blue matrix, and then enter twice. And I get 3, -4. So 3, -4 are my answers. And this is for P and Q. Number 13, we have blue matrix, arrow over to edit, press enter, 2 enter, 3 enter. We have a 2, a 5, and an 18. Then we have a -5, a 1, and a -18. We have to leave the matrix. To leave the matrix, we press blue mode. We go back into the matrix. So blue matrix, arrow to math, drop down to RREF, press blue matrix, and press enter twice. And we get 4, 2. And this is my X and this is my Y. I'm going to clear that screen. And here on number 14, you know what? I need to go back and I did the wrong problem. This is wrong. So blue matrix, edit, 2 by 3, 2, 5, 18. No, I did the right one. Okay. Blue mode, blue matrix, math, RREF, blue matrix, enter, enter. Sorry about that. This is 4 and 2. I just labeled the wrong variables. This is A and this is B. So I'm going to put 4 and 2 right here to know that I did it. Then we have number 14, blue matrix, arrow over to the word edit, press enter. And we have 2, enter, 3, enter. And our first value is a positive 2, second value is a positive 2, and then we have an 8. Then we have a 5 and a negative 3 and a 4. Leave the matrix, blue mode, come back to the matrix, blue matrix, arrow to math, drop down to letter B, RREF, press blue matrix, and then enter twice, and we end up getting 2 and 2. And this becomes U and Z. Coming on to number 15. So press the clear button, then blue matrix, arrow over to edit. Sorry about that. Blue matrix, math, edit, press enter. 2, enter, 3, enter. And number 15, we have a 4 for A, a 3 for B, and a negative 2. We have an 8 for A, and then a negative 2 for B, and then we have a 12. Blue matrix, math, RREF. We have to leave, excuse me. To leave, I press blue mode. Now blue matrix to re-enter, math, RREF. Blue matrix, enter twice, and we get 1, negative 2. And 15 is an A and a B. Okay, moving on to 16. Blue matrix, arrow to edit, 2, enter, 3, enter. And we have a 2, a negative 5, and a 7. And here we have a 3, a negative 2, and a negative 17. So here we go. Leave the matrix, blue mode, come back to the matrix, blue matrix, math, RREF, blue matrix, enter, enter, and we get negative 9, negative 5. And that's my X, and that's my Y. Number 17, blue matrix, arrow to edit, 2, enter, 3, enter, and we have a 9, a 7, a 14, a negative 6. Be careful, this is a negative 1, a negative 1, a negative 2, blue mode, blue matrix, math, RREF, blue matrix, and then enter twice. And we end up getting 0, 2, and this is my C, and this is my D. And the last one, blue, then matrix, arrow over the word edit, press enter, and we want a 2, enter, 3, enter, and 4, enter, 3, enter, 7, enter, 4, enter, 4, enter, 12, enter. We have to leave the matrix, so blue mode, re-enter the matrix, blue matrix, arrow to math, RREF, blue matrix, enter, and then enter again, and we have negative 2 and 5. And our letters were R and S. All right, appreciate you watching. I hope this helped. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.